Alarm goes off at 4:45. Roll out of bed, rub the sleep from my eyes. Throw on a shirt and some jeans.
Oh, dropped it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tanky's Playtime. Of course, the Tinker channel. So we cut the video. We just painted a load of bits of Smurf. Obviously, we got a lot of work to get done. So let's get cracking on with that. Obviously, I've already recorded. Obviously, I've already shown him the tractor. Keep an eye out what happens. Also, don't forget, like and subscribe. And also, smash that bell button. It needs smashing up. So, let's continue with the T20 and this bid to try and get the family back on holidays again. So, let's go. Yeah, steps have come out really nice. Wheels are looking quite nice. I mean, they could probably done with another coat, but I think, to be honest with you, considering like how much little time we spent on them, I think they look alright. So I think we might just go ahead, put the tyres back on them. Hopefully I don't need tubes, but if I do, then obviously that's just going to throw a bit of a spanner in the works. It is what it is, really. But like I say, steps come out alright, and obviously I just got that other end to clean up and paint, because I couldn't paint him because well, he's obviously sat on it. So but that tank did come out alright, considering, again, he's done with blasting. But just for a quick tidy up, I think it looks alright. Just tidy it up a bit, just so I can get it to rally. I mean, if he really wants to paint this thing, then well, he's got all winter to paint it. Only problem is, I don't know where his nuts and bolts are gone. Perhaps what I can do is hunt the shelf and see if he's put them somewhere. But yeah, that ain't looking good for nuts and bolts. I'm trying to think. I think he stripped it. I think he stripped it before we had the shelving system on. So I'm really stumped to what he might have done with those nuts and bolts. I think toolbox, maybe. Maybe it's on his toolbox. No is the answer to that one. Bugger. So this is what we got. To get this apart is a bit of a knob. This here ring, this collar, when they put it on in the factory, they heat this ring up while it's on the floor, get it all glowing so it all expands, and I'll then drop it down onto the bearing, and then as that cools, that shrinks and it keeps the bearing there. Stop the wheels falling off. But getting them to come off is a bit of a twat. Now I've done it before where I've gassed these off, I've ground these off. Nothing's easy. I usually even had to burn the bearings out of them as well because they're tight. So it's a messy job, but at the same time what you don't want to do is cut into this or into the hub. So it's a bit of a dick. So but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the gas axe. I'm going to try and blast an edge off without touching this, blast that edge off without touching this to release that collar, and then at least then we might be able to get into the bearing and get into piece as well. So let's get started with that. Secure it down to the vise. I just screwed the wheel nuts on just gently. That's obviously sat there, that's in there, that is now locked in there, so I can give it out as it was. One hot ring. And I say I nicked a little bit, you can see, but that's not going to hurt too much. And as for the other side, he's all good. So now we've got to try and get this bearing out. This is the fun bit. Usually what you need is a press, a long one, but don't have that. So we're going to have to see what we can do.
Sitting across another short pause. Every time I see you, still feel so brand new. Am I not trying? Am I trying too hard? Am I just dying? Am I thinking too hard?
And that's what a bit of gentle gas can do. Just get it, just cut through enough so you can just get that off. Success. Very much success. Let's leave that cool right down now. I'm not going to touch that now for an hour. So that's cooled down. Let's get the seal out. One lip seal. Easy, just push through. Then so we want to get the erase out now, so we'll turn this around now, like so. And as you can see, there's two little cutouts, so we can actually hit, oh, that's it. So we can actually hit the race itself, cut out, so knock the race out. And there's one happy little race. Ideal. The only downside is that was a shim.
It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. I'll just stand up and walk away. I don't think I'll go back. Am I still trying?
Little trick you can do is use the old race, and if you need to, you can split it down, but you just chuck that on top. No, it's in so far. Just go that.
Trying too hard. Am I just dying?
And obviously these will only go one way, so obviously and what you want to do is you want to keep this is double lipped. This seal is double lipped, so you can see there's a lip here and a lip back there. Now that lip stops dirt coming in, and this being the bigger lip will stop oil coming out. It will hit that spring will hold against, and it will stop oil coming out. So obviously oops, it wants to go that way.
And I'm wasting away. And you're wasting away. And I'm wasting away. And we're trying too hard. And you're wasting away. And we're thinking too hard.
Beautifully. Ideal. So what we need now is that shaft and a bearing. So let's put this to one side.
You are live.
Okay, so sparky, sparky, boomy, boomy.
Gosh, she's hot. Damn hot. Real hot.
Real hot. So what we're going to do is heat this ring up so it's glowing, and then we're going to stick it over the shaft and let it shrink.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Don't know if the camera can see that, but she's definitely glowing.
Oh, 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 oh. Ha ha ha! And that is it. We let that cool down now. We do nothing but let it cool down. And that will cool down, shrink and grab. So there it is. That is a set of wheel bearings and oil seal that stops the oil from going on your brakes. All we got to do now is fit it back to the tractor. Happy
You got to wait
days.
for it to cool down first.
Yeah, we are. We ain't touching it, but we ain't going to touch that for an hour. George,
I dare ya.
20 minutes.
I dare you. I dare you. I dare you.
You cook your steak on there.
Cook your steak.
Yeah. Get your steak cooked on there. Nice medium rare, beautiful peppercorn sauce. Oh, looking forward to it. Right.
Cup of tea time, I reckon, Frank.
Oh, definitely. Definitely cup of tea time. So we'll slip that together now it's cooled down. But what I do suggest is obviously there's shims. And oh, bloody button. Right, as I was saying, now the two shafts, they have to meet each other. They're literally on the end, the two shafts touch, the two drive shafts. Reba Racer's in here to annoy me tonight. Those two shafts, so obviously you want to shim them to get the bearing right, because it's the touching and whatnot that shims, tightens and slackens the bearing. So the shims go right. 9 times out of 10, you can just put back the shims that you had in there originally and it all fits. But sometimes you might need to shim it, because, you know, that 1 out of 10 times you might need to find out it's a bit too tight on the bearing, or it's too loose, there's too much play. So we'll assemble it. Now, everything I always suggest is like each side, so you got the end of the axle, you've got the shim. You then have the plate, the back plate for the brakes, and then you have the hub, which has got the bearing in. A little bit of grease on it, just not grease, a little bit of silicone sealer on it, just a little smear. It'll just help situation. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put a little bit of silicone sealer on, and we're going to bolt this all back together, and then we can we'll try the bearing and make sure everything's all right. So let's do that. So I've caught 2 bolts on, but as you can see there is play in it. So the only way I'm going to remove that is by taking a shim out. And there it is, back on its wheels. So do some air in the front tyres. So I think next we'll get our fuel tank out of the way quickly. We're going to change all the water hoses. And we'll bolt that tank up properly. We'll get that exhaust mounted on properly, and then we'll look at trying to get it started. Apart from what I dropped, there doesn't seem to be anything dripping. So that's always a bonus. Right, ignition time. Let's get this ignition firing. So, trying to work out the ignition system. So this was this new Dizzy that he bought and it's been kicking around for ages, and obviously it's not even been assembled yet. But I'm like, there's a screw missing down here. Obviously the screw's missing for that, and obviously the condenser, the big point, is gone. So I'm like, what's going on here? So I sort of looked at the other one and then thought, well, that looks like a new condenser. It also looks like the bolt and the earth strap should be with it. So I thought, right, okay, so he's obviously changed this bit already. And I thought I'll just put this on here. So obviously there's a coil pack he'd wired on, obviously trying coil packs and whatnot. So I just put it back onto its original one. So that's the one he tried to use. So, and you know, I gave it a spin. I wasn't expecting it to be that easy, if I'm honest. I mean, don't be wrong, this is crap because there's no clips for it anymore. So it had it cable tied, so that's crap. But I wound it over, put that on there, and lo and behold, there is a spark, but I don't think the camera can pick it up. So I'm going to charge the battery up, reassemble this. I'll just have to cable tie it down for a minute, reassemble that, and we'll put the fuel tank on. We'll put those new plugs right through. Well, in fact, we probably don't even need to bother do that. One, so where's number 3? That was number 3. One, so that's number 1, number 3, number 4, number 2. So yeah, we'll put it back all together. And we'll try it. We'll see if we get some life. That would be nice if we do, because that's going to save me a lot of aggro. Trying to work out what he's done. So let's get a fuel tank back on. Yeah, let's get a fuel tank back on. 5 litres. You can see it nearly fills the tank. Cool, right. We've got petrol. So I'm guessing you got to turn it that way. Oh yeah, you do. Look at that. Okay, that should be going down to the carb now. Doesn't seem to be any leaks there. Let's go to the other carb. Well, there's petrol there. Right, let's go and get the battery on. Right, that's the battery back in. How many attempts will it take to start? I'm going to go with 4 attempts. That's my guess. Put in the comments how many you think. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to be evil. I'm going to cut the video right here. Join us on the next section. See if it starts. Hopefully it does. I'll know, you won't until I send the video out. So don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the little bell button, send us a little comment. Be great. So see you soon. See you next time on Tanky's Playtime.
Alarm goes off at 4:45. Roll out of bed, rub the sleep from my eyes. Throw on a shirt and some jeans.